What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about NIO. We're going to talk about Tesla, and we're also going to give just a little nugget of information about CCIV. But we'll also kind of do a little market recap, how it did today after our morning video. But before we hop into that, we ask you guys hit that sub button. We're trying to hit 2,000 subs by the end of this month. I think we're almost to 1,800. That's the best way to support the channel, honestly. Also, link in the description for the Patreon if you guys want to hop into our Discord. I think we got $1 slot left, and once it's gone, it's gone. So if you guys want into our Discord, that's the way to get in, get you access to our portfolio, the April portfolio that's going to be going out, and it's also going to get you access to the community, the fantastic community over there. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather. That's why I kind of sound groggy. But without further ado, let's give it some razzle dazzle and hop into it. So let's start off with the market recap. The market is still not closed. We're sitting at like just under 2:30 Eastern time right now, and things are turning south. Shocker, Bob. Things are going south. The good news is that the weekly jobless claims came out, and they were lower than expected. They were actually a decline. They were a decline from a week before, and then actually lower than what the Dow Jones was estimating. The weekly claim was 684,000 jobless claims, and they were predicting 735,000. So that's good news, I guess. You know, hopefully things kind of start to shift around. Well, you know, we'll see. You know, I'm trying to be optimistic here and remain positive. But if I guess they also said that this is the lowest that it's been since the start of the they said this was the first time claims have been below 700 during the pandemic. So that's good news.
I mean, yeah, it's obviously good news.
Right. So hopefully it stays that way. And, you know, again, I'm going to try to stay optimistic and say that things could hopefully be turning around. But, you know, we're just going to have to wait and see. But if we look at the markets for today, so the NASDAQ, man, that is the one that's dragging everybody down. You know, they have all the big techs and the high growth stocks in there, and it is just dragging everybody down, man. It's down just over 0.5%, and you got the Dow Jones that's up 0.5%, and S&P 500, which is just up 0.4%, 0.04%, and it is just not looking good, man. Not looking good. You know, the tech stocks have been hurting for a while, and we keep saying it that hopefully this starts to turn around, you know, late spring, early summer. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. But let's go ahead and talk about NIO, man. So in the morning video, we talked about NIO having to shut down their plant for 5 days for a chip shortage issue. You know, we knew this was coming. It's just a matter of when. So it makes me wonder if they met I think they were predicting like 7,500 cars for the month. And it makes me wonder if they met that, and that's why they're shutting down, you know, to kind of help ease the shortage. Right. You know, we'll find out at the end of March when they release their numbers. But also some cool pictures that we saw on Twitter of a NIO. This is the ES8 spotted in California, man. Look at this thing. Let me go back to that first picture. Look at this.
Yeah, it looks real good.
It is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. It shows the inside, the outside, and all around. It was the ES8 in California. There's a license plate to prove that. And then the inside honestly looks really good too. We only get this, but like you got the big tablet, and I mean, it's
nice and clean.
Yeah, very, very clean, honestly. So that gives me more hope that they're really starting to push, you know, really starting to try to discover what it's like going to be like being in America, you know, develop their cars for this, you know, for this market, yeah, can't think of the word. But we did also report that they had a job posting opening that was on Indeed. We posted that in like a video or two ago, so you can go check that out. But gives me high hopes, man. High hopes that NIO's coming to the States, because that's what we want. And
yeah, it's just more and more proof all the time that, you know, they are coming. It's just a matter of time. Right.
And like you said, it's just a matter of time. But if we look at the stock, you know, let me tell you guys what. Let me go ahead and look this up real quick. It is not pretty, guys. It is not pretty.
Yeah. So the old support, or the support line we were talking about the last couple of videos was like 35, and it was holding strong. But now now it's kind of the low 34s, right? You know, 34 and a quarter areas seems to be where it's hanging out now. So
Right.
hopefully it doesn't go down any further. But
Yeah, we'll see if it can make its way back up to the 35 mark by the time market closes. But like I said, Nasdaq and everything going down, man, it's just taking everything with it. NIO's down right now, just under 10% on the day. CCIV's down 7%, and Tesla's down 5%. It's just the whole sector. It's just the whole tech, the EV, like everything new. It's not good.
then Roku's down over 7%. So it's just the whole tech and EV stuff still just not doing too hot.
Not hot at all. And it's unfortunate because, nobody wants to see their...
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Goldman Sachs and Wells Fargo, and Goldman Sachs is even down 1.79% right now.
Right.
Wells Fargo is up like 0.28%, but I mean, it's just a lot of stuff. I mean, even the financial stuff's not really doing too hot right now, which is kind of weird because with the jobless claims and everything, you'd think it would be doing okay, but
right. And actually, with NIO tanking this morning, you going down. I actually bought a few more shares while I had the chance. I actually sold some shares, or sold another company. I sold some. I think it was Norwegian. Sold out of Norwegian to make room for NIO, because it's just getting to the point now where it's almost too crazy not to buy. And I'm trying to buy that dip as low as I can. I bought around that $35 mark, so. Hopefully we start to turn around and go up from here. Obviously, I'm still very bullish on NIO. I think this thing could easily hit anywhere between $80 and $100 by the year end. Once they push into Europe, once they, just release more cars, or not release more cars, but...
Well, I mean, they're going to release their sedan, and they plan on doing the flagship sedan after that, and then they're going to do a cheaper version sedan as well, so...
Right.
I mean, they are going to be releasing more cars.
Right.
But, I mean, we're already starting to pop back up. If you look at the chart, it's already kind of climbing back up, so... I mean, that is good. I mean, it's just way oversold. There's no reason for NIO and everything else really to be at this level. There's nothing wrong with the stocks. It's just the market. So, I mean, it's way oversold. So if you got some money, it'd be a good time to buy. I mean, not just NIO, really anything in the sector is fire sale right now.
Right. Well, I 100% agree. But, speaking of Tesla is down again today too. But there's actually a little bit of news coming out with Tesla and their semi.
Yeah, so as you know, that whole project's been delayed several times, and they did say earlier, I think this year or late last year, that they were planning on delivering some by the end of this year, but people were skeptical because it's kind of like their whole Cybertruck, how long have they been talking about that and it's not out yet? But they're actually expecting to deliver 12 semis to Pepsi by the end of this year, so that's pretty big news, and obviously Pepsi's a big company, so if they like it and other companies see that they have success with the Tesla semis, then other big companies are going to be jumping on board as well.
Right.
We had the truck. Some little specs about the truck, real quick. It has a capacity of 80,000 pounds. And there's two different versions, at least as of right now, that you can buy. There's a 300-mile version and a 500-mile range version, which to me, like, for a semi might not seem like a lot because they go across the country, but their cars only are doing 300 to 500, but like for a huge semi that's pulling potentially 80,000 pounds to still be able to go 500 miles, it's pretty good. But the price range is 150 to 180,000, which is also good because that's comparable to just your average semi. So over the lifetime of the semi, it's going to pay for itself.
100% agree.
Instead of having to pay for diesel, it's going to pay for itself over the lifetime of the vehicle. So that's pretty awesome. And I think we said before that like semis account for the lowest percentage of like vehicles on the road, like the type of vehicle, but they account for the highest fuel consumption. So that's pretty bad when there's a lot less miles on the road, but they're using the most gas. So
right. So I'm hoping that kind of turns things around. When companies see that big, Pepsi is buying them and using them, and they're making great things with them. Hopefully, Coke and any
Walmart,
shipping
Amazon,
company,
exactly,
just buys into them, and that's good news for Tesla. So fingers crossed that starts to the semi production starts to take effect and quits, you know, they're not delaying it anymore. But
Yep.
only one way to find out, and that's to sit and watch. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys like this kind of content, hit that like, share, notification about all that good stuff. It really helps us support the channel. And thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have given us so far. We cannot thank you enough. It's really humbling. But also link in the description for the Patreon if you guys want to hop in over there to our Discord. It gets you access to our portfolio and all of that good stuff, the community and everything. But also watch out for merch. We're going to be coming out with merch as well. So if anybody's interested in that, you know, we're just going to throw it out there. It doesn't hurt anybody. We'll just throw it out there. If you guys want it, cool. If not, whatever. But yeah, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up, and we'll see you guys in the next one.